welcome back all the QC first year students for the English class. Myself, Mr. Harish Joshi, wants to take the last chapter of the first PUC last syllabus. 12th chapter, this is Two Gentlemen of Verona. This is the last story in your syllabus. Next will be poem and that will be taken by Vandana. Now this Two Gentlemen of Verona is really a very beautiful story. How small two little kids, how they take the responsibility on their shoulder to take care of their family and to take care of their sister. We see that the two travelers are going to Verona from the foothill of Alps mountain. The car was going from the foothill of the Alps mountain. It is still in the outskirts of the village Verona. There, the car was stopped by two little kids. Very nice kids, smart, good, but having a shabby look, shabby clothes. Two children of 7 and 9 years old. These two children stopped the car near the foothill of Alps in the outskirts of Verona. And I am telling, remember, the car was stopped by two kids in the outskirts of Verona. They were carrying wild strawberries in their basket. In that basket, they had spread the green leaves down and kept the red strawberries in that basket. They stopped the car and asked the travelers to buy the strawberries. The driver, who looked at these kids, he did not like their appearance. So, he signaled the travelers not to buy any fruits from these children. But why we don't know? The travelers were very much attracted by these kids and their mode of selling the strawberries. So what did they do? They ignored the driver's suggestion and they bought a basket full of strawberries from those children. The driver said they are going to get better fruits in Verona. But these travelers, they liked these two kids, one Nicola and second one is Jacob. Nicola is the younger one, a boy of 7, and Jacob is the elder one, a boy of 8 or 9. These two kids are having some attraction in their eyes. They were very hard workers, they were very good children. Travelers purchased a full basket strawberries from the children. Either they need it or don't need it, but they were attracted by the children's selling style. So they bought it and went to the Verona. They thought they are not going to meet these two children once again in their life. But fortunately or unfortunately, we don't know, the same traveler, when he stayed in a lodge, next morning he saw these two children again sitting in the city square doing the work of shoe shine. Shoe shine, you can understand, polishing the shoes. These two kids were polishing the shoes. They were doing the work very briskly, very fast they were doing the work. And people who were going to the office, they were coming to see these two children. They are getting their shoes polished and they are going fast to their work. And these two kids did the work very fast for 2 hours. After 2 hours, and all the people went to their offices, their duties, then these were relaxed. By the last customer who had come to them, they lifted their head and saw that man was the traveler whom these two kids had met yesterday in the outskirts of Verona. The traveler nicely asked him, yesterday I saw you selling the strawberries, and he thought they are going to sell only the fruits. But next morning, They are doing the boot polishing work. That's called shoe shine. He asked for them, and they were doing this. Then the boy said, yes, we do all the work. We are interested to do all the work which can earn money for us. Then we may start thinking, why these two kids of 8 and 9 years, why they are doing so much work? He told, if you want, we will help you, we will become your tourist guide. Those children said to the traveler that they will become their tourist guide. They will show them the Verona, the tomb of Juliet, and they can take them to the good hotels, good lodgings, and they can help them by reserving the seats in opera. They can run the errands, they can sell the newspapers, and they can help them to get American cigarettes also. All these work these two kids were doing. But all the work these two kids are doing, see, repeat me once again. First one, sold the strawberries, sold the newspapers, they did the shoe shining work, they became a tourist guide, they can bring them American cigarettes, they can help them to get the seats in opera, and they can help them to go for good hotels and lodging. In all the fields, these two children are having good hand. They were having good information in their mind, and if any travelers ask them, they are ready to give sincere help, they are ready to give sincere guidelines, and they are there to help everyone in all the fields. That's why, concentrating on the name of these two, Nicola and Jacob, the title is given to Gentleman of Verona. We may think these are two small kids, they could be treated as kids only. But instead of treating them as kids, we are calling them here as a gentlemen. Are they so matured? Are they handling such a big responsibility in their life? That's the main thing that we have to worry about those two children. So, the traveler was very much attracted by these children and their work. Even he used to think that these kids are having unremitting willingness. Means they never said they are tired. They never said they don't want to do any work. Whichever work is asked for them, they are ready to do it. Whichever task is given to them, they used to do it successfully. So, these two travelers were much attracted by the work of these kids. Then, they liked them very much. They made a friendship with them. And wherever they decided to go, they took these two kids with them. These are found very helpful to them. In what way? As I have told you already, they were doing almost all works. Selling the strawberries, selling the newspapers, bringing them and providing American cigarettes, showing them good hotels, reserving seats in operas, then doing the shoe shine work. All this, almost all these works, whichever work gave them good income, everything they did. Then do you think these two kids are living a very luxurious life by earning so much? Whole day they used to earn maximum in their life, but still their life was in a very poor way. They were wearing very shabby dresses. They were wearing military dress which had been cut and made them to their size. They are earning so much, they could have bought a new dress, but they are not buying any new dresses. They are spending their life in a very poor way, in a very poverty-stricken life they were living. They used to eat wild strawberries, black bread, no smooth cakes, nothing. So this was shocked by the author. The narrator did not ask any question to the children, but he was very much attracted by their personality, their work, their motivation, their untiring work. So what did he do? For 1 week, both the travelers stayed in Verona. And whole week they took the help of these two kids for doing all types of work. They did not want to ask any favors to anybody. They are not interested to take any help from anyone, and they did not take the money or beg alms like that. No. But they never gave out their secret why they are earning so much money and what is the use of it. One day it so happened that both the travelers were coming from some tourist place. It was almost midnight when they came to the city circle spot near bus stand. They saw again both the children sitting there beneath the road lamp, keeping a big bundle of newspaper near them. All these newspapers were unsold newspapers of that day that these two kids were keeping in front of them. It was already midnight. Jacob was sitting there as if he is not dozing, he is not sleeping, he is not getting tired, he has fatigueness in his life. But his brother Nicola was leaning on the shoulder of his brother, because he has almost slept. See, small kid, no, poor fellow, tired whole day working. I already told you how many works they are doing. So after completing so many works, he was too much tired. That's why he was sleeping on the shoulder of his brother. But his brother, being younger, elder to only 1 year, was having very great seriousness on his face. He was very serious about the work. He was very serious about the earnings. So he was sitting there alert. This matter also shocked the author, the narrator. So, the traveler, the narrator, the author, whichever word you may call, he is the same. That person went near these two boys and asked them, "Are you doing work still now? It's a midnight." Then this boy said very seriously, "Yes, we are working." Then the writer asked him, "For what purpose you are sitting here? What is your intention? Who will come in a midnight to buy all these papers?" Then the boy said, "We are sitting here and waiting for the last bus to come from Padua." Which place? Padua. From Padua, the last bus will come to Verona at midnight. And these two kids are sitting in the bus stop waiting for that last bus to come. Now we can imagine what is their hope for the last bus. So the last bus travelers will surely buy those unsold newspapers. That is their idea. That is their experience. And every day they are doing that same work. So they were waiting for the last bus to come from the place called Padua. Which place? Padua. So that bus had come. The author saw them, these two children, sold all the heap of newspaper what is kept in front of them. Means they are so confident that every day those newspapers will be sold by midnight. And these children are not tired. We cannot say they are not totally tired, but they never felt tired. They never felt laziness and not to do that work. They were lazy. How they were doing? Then author saw them eating the black bread and wild fruits. He went and asked these two kids, see, you are working so much from morning till evening, and you are not eating so good food. You are not buying so nice dresses, and your dwelling is also so poor. Why you are earning so much of money? Then these two boys bent their head. They are having their own problems. How can they discuss their private problems with others? So, Nicola and Jacopo did not speak anything. They said, yes, we want the money. Yes, we want to earn. That's all he said. He did not tell anything else to the traveler. Then, traveler again asked him, whether you are planning to go to America. It was the fact of the day at that time, because it is the time of war. In that time of war, many disasters have been seen. Many families have come out on the streets. Many respectable people became below the poverty level. And we look at these two children, we also feel that these had come from the good, well-to-do family. But why they are forced to do such works? That was the great suspense that the author has kept in front of us. See, these are doing almost all work in the city. These are earning maximum, but they are spending on their life minimum. So, the author asked her the question. Even though these are very small kids, Jacob did not complain anything about his life. Jacob did not tell anything to the narrator. Instead, he told very seriously to the author, when we ourselves don't have any complaint on working so much, why you are having a complaint? Very serious word, very serious matter he expressed to the author. The seriousness in his tone, strictness in the voice made the author to keep quiet. He did not ask any single question to the boys further. He thought maybe children having a lot of problems in their life. Maybe they are facing it successfully. And the seriousness in the tone of Jacopo made the author not to question them any further. So he left him. Next day, these two travelers completed their tour and they decided to go back to their native place. Then the narrator felt, before going to the native place, he wanted to ask some questions to these two boys. So, author asked Nicola and Jacopo. He said then that they are going to their native place next day. Before they go to their place, if these two children want any help from them, they are ready to do it. They are ready to do the work for these two boys. So he asked them, do you need any help from us that we are going next day? One day we are free. So that day, if you need any help from us, we are ready to do it. And the narrator asked like this, Nicola, being a very small kid, very crazy, immediately asked the author, narrator, will you please drop us to Palota? Very simple question Nicola asked. As the author has promised, he agreed to take them to Palota. But before he agreed to the children to take them to Palota, he has given holiday for his driver. Who has given holiday for his driver? The narrator has given holiday to his driver. So no driving on that day. But still, as the author has promised the kids that he is going to give them any help, he agreed to take them to Palota. What is this Palota? Palota was one small village, and these two kids have committed themselves to visit Palota every week, every Sunday. And how they used to go every week? It was a question in the mind of author. These kids said that Palota was 30 kilometers away from Verona. How many kilometers away from Verona? 30. Only 30 kilometers away from Verona. And these two kids used to hire the bicycle and travel 30 kilometers. See how hard workers and how mentally they are strong. Kids of 8 and 9 years, they dare to ride the bicycle 30 kilometers. 30 kilos to and fro means 60 kilometers on Sunday. That means these are not doing any work on Sunday. Instead, they are going to Palota by hiring a bicycle and ride for 30 plus 30, to and fro, 60 kilometers a day. So, how much determined they are. Nobody is going to help them every Sunday. They are not traveling by bus. They can't hire the coach. Instead of that, they were riding the bicycle to Palota. So, Nicola might be tired of riding the bicycle. He asked the author, narrator, to help them to go to Palota in their car, to drop them. I told you, driver was already declared holiday, he was given holiday. So, the traveler himself risked to take these two children to the Palota. He did not ask them a question, why are you going to Palota? If he asked, children were not interested to give him any answer. Then the author thought that maybe these kids having relatives in Palota and they are going to meet them. Jacopo did not like his brother's attitude. He got angry on his brother, dragged him by the shoulder to stop from asking that request. But he also became helpless because Nicola has already asked the favor from them and the author has agreed. So Jacopo became helpless, even though it is against his will and wish. He agreed to go with the author next day to Palota with his brother Nicola. As author agreed, next day morning he took out his car, took these two children in his car to drop to Palota. So their journey towards Palota started. Who is there in Palota? What they did? For what purpose these two are going there? And whether they take any help from the author or whether they tell their sympathetic story to the author and extract the finance from him. Nothing, no any such ideas in their mind. But still, let us see in our next class for what purpose these two boys were going to Palota. Remember the names? I will highlight the points once again. First thing, Nicola and Jacopo were staying in Verona. They met the authors in the outskirts of the village by selling the wild strawberries. Even though driver did not allow the author to buy it, he bought it. These two boys were working in all the fields shoe shine, drinking the American cigarettes, booking the seats in opera, then selling the newspapers, almost all, showing them, giving the idea about the good hotels and restaurants, and even becoming the tourist guide. Almost all work they were doing. And one day author saw him waiting in the bus stop for the last bus to come from Padua to sell the heap of newspaper. And these two kids were not leading any luxurious life. They were wearing worn-out dresses, they were eating black bread, and they were leading very poor life. But Sunday they wanted to visit the Falota. Keeping all these points in the mind, we shall conclude the chapter here. In my next class, I will tell you why these Nicola and Jacopo are going to Falota. I feel you have understood the chapter up till here, and I will conclude my class here. We will continue in the next class. If you have any doubts, problems, you can ask me. Okay? Thank you.